Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your great support always. I'm so grateful for your continued support to this channel. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Before we continue, as you always do, please do me a favor. Ensure you like this video. For more updates, subscribe, you comment, and you share this video. Thank you so much for that. Now, as you speak, William Ruto is playing a long and dangerous game, one that feeds on deception, manipulation, and calculated betrayal. As we speak, I want you to mark these words keenly. It might be unpopular, but with time, it is going to be vindicated. Expect ODM and UDA to merge very soon. And of course, when that happens, Ruto will be fully controlling the ODM members of parliament, governors, and MCAs. And William Ruto's mission is now to go after Kalonzo Musyoka after ensuring that Nyanza thing is in his political bucket and is actually controlling it as a party leader of the ODM. William Ruto is going to dissolve the name UDA and Kenya Kwanza like they never existed. Reason being, he will start branding something fresh, something that will be hiding all things he has done against the people. At the moment, you will be realizing, you will start singing another tota. Now, what next for Raila Odinga's CSS? Those who are now yelling, making noise, promising William Ruto their loyalties. For example, what next for John Mbadi? What next for Opiyo Wandayi? What next for Oparanya? And what next for Joho? Because what I'm seeing is that after William Ruto dissolved the UDA and Kenya Kwanza thing, he will be fully in control of ODM party. That whoever will be against him will face the consequence. Then, because he understands that Nyanza will be in his political bucket, he will start wooing Kalonzo Musyoka from Ukambani region. And so he will start enticing Kalonzo the way he was enticing Raila Odinga. The question is, will Kalonzo accept? Kalonzo will be even rewarded what he wants. Because already, William Ruto atajua akona Nyanza. Then our CSS ambao Raila aliwawacha kwa serikali watatolewa. Wataweka ya Kalonzo. Na Ruto atambia watu wa Nyanza au CSS, musijali, tunaleta Kalonzo on board, nyinyi pia mkuwe on board ili tushinde hii re-election come 2027, then mutapata share yenyu. Kwa saa hii wacha tuentice nani? Kalonzo. 2027 mutapata share yenyu. Now, I'm like, when Ruto bought the loyalty of Musalia Mudavadi, of course, money changed, or rather changed the hands. And I saw promises made after Musalia was told not to contest for any seat until 2032. That was an agreement. So Ruto assured him that he will hand over power to him in the name of Luhya unity. That's the kind of poison that, of course, corrodes our politics. And what is likely to happen is the illusion of succession wrapped in tribal deceit. That William Ruto will be using the Nyanza thing and the Ukambani thing as he understands that the Mount Kenya region is no longer with him. So those who are likely to propel him to his re-election is Ukambani and Nyanza. Now, he will attempt the same script with the Luo Nyanza nation. He will whisper the same lies. Walk with me to the end. And 2032 or 2044, Luo will be the president. But the truth is, Ruto doesn't want Luo votes to empower anyone. He wants them to neutralize, divide, wasted so that they benefit no one but him. And I want you to mark that. William Ruto has nothing to do with Nyanza. He was just enticing, and he will continue enticing because I've already seen some political cocoons are now pledging their loyalties to him like madmen and women, as if they doesn't understand anything in politics. Are you getting that? So that is who is William Ruto. And political predator here, who feeds on division but distress, as unity, is William Ruto. He knows money talks louder than morals. And so he's busy silence, not loyalty. He's busy silencing everyone. And those who are pledging their loyalties, they must sit down and understand what they are doing. Now, meanwhile, I think ordinary Kenyans will be left tearing each other. Believe me 100%. You will be left tearing each other. Of course, by party, by tribe, by name. And you'll see all narratives. But William Ruto's mission will be, how am I going to be re-elected? Now, Kenyans, I want to say, let us wake up. These politicians dine together. They laugh together and plan their future together, while we drown in tribal hatred and poverty. You will be left hating Kikuyu as a Luo, Kikuyu hating Luo, Kamba hating Luo because they betrayed Kalonzo, all those kind of things. But these individuals, they are together. And we must unite, not as Kikuyus, not as Luos, lawyers, or Kalenjins, but as Kenyans. Because the day we stand together and strong and say, Ruto must go, with one voice, that is the day this country will finally begin to heal. William Ruto has realized that the politics of the Republic of Kenya is being manipulated towards tribal politics. And beyond that, William Ruto cannot do anything. Kenyans, not because we hate him, but because we love Kenya more than his lies. And he will continue perpetuating a lot of things that are not here out there. For example, look at the ODM MPs and CSS. Shameless. Right there in Bondo yesterday, at Raila Odinga's own funeral. Just imagine, they stood on his grave to pledge loyalty to Ruto. No shame, no soul, no respect. Power over principle. That is what killed Kenyans' conscience. And they will come out the way Mbadi was talking as if is that at any time will stop pumping the blood. Opio Wandai, if he will not say that Raila left us in broad-based government, in 1 hour coming, he will stop breathing. And I can tell you, these CSS who have been left at William Ruto's cabinet, they must think wise, or else they are burying themselves politically. They are corroding their principle politically. At the moment they will realizing this, Kenyans, no one will be living in Wandai. No one will be living in Bombadi. No one will be living in Joho Paranya. They will be rendered useless cocoons, useless political idiots that will not even understand what they stood for. And that is why I will say, those politicians who are wise, after the death of Raila and the burial, they must sit down, go back to the drawing board, have your calculations. In fact, 2027 Kenyans, if they calculate wrongly, that will mark their end, politically speaking, and take it to the nearest bank. These CSS of Raila Odinga, they must be told, William Ruto hana nia ingine but to scatter them, destroy them politically. They will be rendered useless politically. No one will be willing to revamp them. They will go forever. That person who was, of course, revamping them, Raila, is no more. They must calculate without emotions, without bragging, thumb-chesting. They must sit down and know what they want for their people, not for William Ruto. So they must realize what they want. Ladies and gentlemen, for more updates, ensure you subscribe to this channel. You like, you comment, and you share. Bye-bye till you meet in another video.